Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So, what an interesting day Friday was by the looks of things. Basically expecting it to just grind sideways, and we have a fairly strong move to the downside. However, just look at the price action here. So, small bar, small bar, small bar, and then big bar, bigger bar. So that is a sign of exhaustion. Okay, so whenever you see a move like that, that's a sign of exhaustion. Normally what should happen is you should have big bars and then gradually moving into smaller bars. And what I mean by that, here's a good example here of exhaustion. So small bar, small bar, small bar, big bar, confusion, rejection, move to the upside. If you just scroll to the left, you'll see, this is how it should look. Big bar, bigger bar, big, then start getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So that's kind of how your trend should look like. But anyway, it's a potential sign for exhaustion. We've oscillators group to the downside. Look at the weekly here, sort of on the weekly 155. Also at a very important weekly level. We have closed below it, granted. That's at 32,475. But then I do have this weekly pin bar here. See there, where buyers saw a lot of value. And I've also got the gap in between there as well. I don't think that gap, the gap is not closed on the weekly, but that is the zone that we're in at the moment. Oscillators group to the downside, lots of diversions here as well. So there's still quite a bit indicating that you need to be a little bit more cautious than normal. Right, so we don't want to be short down this at this level. We've got this big area of weekly potential resistance, granted, but I don't really want to be short there. I want to be short there. So 32,744. So that's the macro picture. And while we get down to the 01, just smack that like button for me, bottom right corner there. Always a good idea to support the channel. It does help us grow as well. And if you have a look at that level, you can see that makes the most sense for an area to be short of. If you put your diagonal line in here as well along the top of these last couple of days, you will more than likely see that it lines up quite nicely with this level here. So 32,744. I'm going to delete that. So 32,744. That is the only area that I'm looking to short the Dow Jones off. Not really interested in anything else, and even if we get down to the 15 minutes, not really going to change my view at all. So that's kind of my view at the moment. This weekly level is obviously going to come into play over the next couple of days. So the question is going to be whether we can stay above it. But I'd like to see this gap close. So I still think you've probably got another leg down. You do have another weekly level here at 32,242. But the question is, where is it going to be off? I just want to see. I suppose there was a half decent entry on Friday. I do that. So you can see there's the level up there, and we rejected it a couple of times. 1, 2, 3 times, third time unlucky, or third time lucky, depending how you look at it. But and that was 32,900, 32,904. You break below, and then obviously this swing low during the futures market here is what came into play just before the market opened. Right there, story of threes, right on a level that was 32,812. So there was a short there. I was not expecting that, to be honest. I was expecting sideways price action, but anyway, it is what it is. So for me, I'm looking for a rejection higher up here. Get up to 32,744. Definitely look for another short. The other thing that you may find is we're just going to drift lower, close this gap, and then possibly aim for this as well. That might actually materialize as well, but I don't see any structure to be short of. So if it does happen, so be it. And we're probably going to miss it. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view for this morning. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.